Must have been Halfley.
We're all waiting for you to report for some, I'm not sure why.
3 o'clock, Bill.
I know.
You know the drill. I know the off week, the bye week kind of throws everybody off, but
You come in Wednesday and Thursday, just hammer.
I know.
And I'm like,
Sorry.
ready to go, I got a pen.
Did something happen with Marshawn?
Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. Unfortunately, he had appendicitis, so it's a shame because he was making progress, and but he'll rebound. I'm confident in that, and that's what I told him. And but it is a shame, certainly.
When you talk to him, how's his mentals with going through one thing after another?
Yeah, well, I haven't. I haven't talked to him. I sent him a text because this all happened this morning. So he was getting up off the table. He asked Nate and Flea to, check his abdomen because he felt some pain, and they sent him in, and sure enough, that's what it is. So I don't even know if he's gone through surgery yet or whatnot.
I think I kept Bakhtiari out for like a month, and you guys already opened the window on his knee.
Yeah, I don't know how that impacts everything. I think that's something we're trying to work through right now with the league and all that, because I don't know if this has ever happened.
On to a different note, my colleague at SI, he put out a list of the top head coaching candidates for next year, and Steno and Halfley are on it. Kind of the generic question here, I'll add something else, but do you see them, you're on those guys all the time, you view those guys as future head coaches?
Absolutely. I think both those guys are certainly more than capable, and are just in the fact that they're looked at in that light. Halfley, obviously, he's been a head coach at a big-time school, and so he's been through it. And I think what he's been able to do here in a short period of time has been pretty remarkable. And then Steno is a guy that I trust as much as anybody on our staff. He's a big part of why we have success offensively. So, I've got complete confidence in either one of those guys. Never want to see guys leave, but always happy for their opportunity, and would certainly help them if that comes up.
Speaking of Jeff, and you kind of hit on it a second ago, but like when you're in the process of hiring, not today, but when you're in the process of hiring, does it cross your mind that, boy, if this really works out, he's going to be gone in a year or two? Is that something that crosses your mind?
Yeah, but I think those are good problems. Those are like champagne problems. So, it's the nature of it. If you have success, then, people are going to come after guys on your staff, and they should.
What is unique about what he brings? Play calling, or that's somewhat.
Yeah, I think, I always, and I've said this many times, I think we kind of call it, it's very collaborative. I'm always asking him, hey, what runs you like? And what's been so impressive about him, I would say, is just when he became our coordinator, the investment he made in the passing game and the amount of time he's put in learning the passing game. So I think he is fully capable. I would have no reservations or hesitation. He might as well be calling it on game day. I feel that confident in him, in his ability, and he pretty much does. We do it, like I said, it's a collective effort with all our guys. And so I think he's more than deserving of that opportunity.
Matt, did Jordan Morgan aggravate that shoulder that's been an issue since training camp?
He did, yeah, yesterday at practice, and again, unfortunate. And so we're kind of going through that process right now of what's next. So we're just working through it right now.
You talked about the energy being really good these last 2 days, and that doesn't seem like a coincidence based on you wanting to go more good on good. Halfley told us yesterday that that's not typical. Like, a lot of NFL coaches are tapering and doing less of that kind of stuff in the second half of the season. Why do you believe so strongly in it? Because it sounds like you're already seeing the dividends in practice.
Yeah, I mean, we're fresh off a bye. I think naturally, you guys, the bye week gives all of us a chance to kind of recharge, re-energize, and so. But I think it's about maximizing each day and coming in with the right mentality, the right attitude, and I love the character of our locker room. I love the character of our coaches, and I think we're all working together to try to keep pushing and get better. And I think football's a unique sport, and the fact that you have to play football in order to get better at football. Things happen so fast out there that it's tough to, even in practice, I think it's tough to replicate the game speed that you're going to encounter on a Sunday. So I think the more you can do some of the, ones versus ones, guys that are pretty confident in what they're doing and there's not a lot of hesitation, it kind of just naturally brings up the speed of practice.
Matt, I believe Fridays are red zone days. What did you like today from practice in regards to that? Because I know it's an area you guys are trying to improve in.
Yeah, we sprinkled it in defensively a little bit yesterday, just trying to get a head start on it. Offensively, we kind of stayed with the same routine. I think this, again, it starts with the approach. I think guys were locked in the meetings, then we had a good walkthrough session, and then that transfers to Indy and then to team. But, there's a lot of things, just taking a deep dive into it. I want to say we have 18 red zone penalties offensively on the year, which is a lot, obviously. So that's an area of emphasis. We got to make sure that we're not hurting ourselves, putting ourselves in a worse situation. And then there's some things we tweak defensively that I think that hopefully that'll all translate to game day.
Matt, down in Chicago this week, Mercedes had a lot of nice things to say about you and the time you guys spent together. I'm just curious from your perspective, as you kind of implemented your system here, just kind of what he meant, to you guys and this team, especially early on.
Yeah, well, Sadie's is a guy that I've got as much respect for as anybody in this game. It was obviously a lot of fun working with him. And I think you lean on some of those veteran players, just getting their insight, and he always had great nuggets for us in terms of, and I always thought he championed the message in the locker room and was a great leader, was a big brother to many of the younger players, which most of the guys were younger than him, and just a great mentor. And he meant a lot to us. And so he's a guy that I keep in touch with, in the off season as well, and just got a lot of respect for him.
Sorry, it feels like you talked yesterday about the video that you showed the guys, and it's always kind of felt like guys know they're supposed to talk about the rivalry like it's a big deal, but they're really focused on what they have to do. Do you think that maybe changed that a little bit with your guys, and could you see that they got into it? Because talking to some of them afterward, they seemed to really.
I don't know. I didn't ask for feedback or anything like that, but I think we have enough to worry about within ourselves each and every day. So that's always the challenge, right? Can you push yourself to be a little bit better each and every day? And I always think it's important that you have a plan as a coach and try to guide our guys, and hopefully they have some insight into that as well. And but I like the approach of our team.
Steno said there was just something to give you a different nugget for the week when maybe you don't have it for other weeks. Did you see it kind of as that way, as why you wanted to do it?
Not necessarily. It kind of got presented to me by Mike Halbach, and I was like, yeah, that sounds great. It wasn't too long, but I thought it was enough. We still have a young team. Sometimes guys don't recognize the importance, but it's still, for me, it always comes back to it's an NFC North opponent, and that's as important as any game.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.